Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Sarthak Show, where we discuss about tech, career, product, and life. And in this MySQL playlist, we are moving ahead with querying data in a specific format. In the previous lectures, we have understood about self-inner join, inner joins, and in this video specifically, we are going to understand about union. It is not a type of join. Basically, what happens when you're using a union clause, you can combine two different query results. So let's say I get some data from one query and I get some data from second query. I can join these two results together with the help of union. So it's a very important clause to understand that if you want to join, let's say, two results, or if you want to view data in certain specific format, you can do that. So this is how it works. Let me give you a syntax first, and then we can move ahead with an example. But basic idea is union is not join. It is basically combining two results of two different queries. Okay. So syntax looks something like this over here. Query 1. It could be anything. It could be anything, any query. Select something, and so on and so forth. And this clause union query 2. Right. So there is no mechanism or nothing very defined or very specific about this clause. It is just two different queries tied together. Let me give you a quick example to make you understand this better. So here we are on our actors and digital assets table. Let me quickly use the actors tables and give you an example of that. Select star, not star. Basically, I want to use select first name. I will explain why I use this first name as a column and not star. From actors, union. Again, select URL from digital assets. Digital assets. How the first name is the column name, it gives the first name, and then after that it is just giving me the URLs. Basically, two queries run together and put it into one single result, right? A more real life example could be something like when you want to see top two most paid actors and top most paid actors and so on and so forth. So let me give you an example of that. It's a very heavy query, but yes, select. Okay. Name, comma, as actor name, from actors, and now I want to also order it by order by its net worth in millions. So net worth in millions, DSC limit to. This is my first query, right? And now very specifically I'm writing union. And now again the same query for the lowest two as well. Copy paste this part. Okay, so I have written select concat first name, second name. Again, here instead of actor name, I can, so let me just put it over here. The very interesting part is that the second name, as in the second column name, is totally ignored. So if I write anything like random as a norm column name, it will get totally ignored and it will only pick the first name, which is actor name. From actors, again order by this, and instead I want to push it towards ascending order. So I will use ASC, and again limit is 2. Okay, you have another syntax with the manual MySQL syntax use near. Okay, what I missed, maybe something union. Okay, yes, I missed one command. Let me just push this through. So where I missed a bracket over here. I think this should work, right? So Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston are the most paid, while the dream actress and Rajnikant are the least paid. So if you clearly see over our actors column, which is this actors, right? So Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston are getting paid highest, while these are the lowest paid ones, right? So you get this data over here. Very specifically, you can use this to union and get data. It ignored the random as a column name, as an alias, whatever you're using over here as well. It ignored the URL from here. So let me put this as a sample command and you will get it better. Sample. Okay. And the second command that we use, which is a real life example of this, so which is this one. Right. And I'm going to specify it so that it looks better to understand. This is the first query and this is the second query. Right. I use a union and then first and second query has been specified so that you understand this better. Okay. What else? What else we can do is something like, so very interesting part is that you cannot union two queries if the number of resulting columns are unequal. So for example, let's say I do select first name and let's say what would the other column? The ID, maybe ID from actors union union select only, let's say what else, gender from actors. See, I am using two columns over here and one column over here, which is not correct. So this should result in error. Cannot have a different number of columns. So this is very interesting part. You have to match the number of columns. That's why I didn't use select star, because actress has different number of columns and digital has a different number of columns. You could have not do that. You could have not attach these two values. So you can only do matching when the number of columns are equal. But a very unique way is that you can always use a null as a column, which will give you the data. So if I entered in the same query, if I introduce select gender comma null, which is a null column which has no values, it will have will give me result, right? So I have gender, which is null, and I have all the IDs over here. So this is how a null column will at least give you values if you want to combine two results. Let me just give this to sample commands over here. So this is an error, not allowed. Number of columns are different and both queries. But you can always use a substitute, which is this null. And I'm going to paste this as well. Workaround for unequal columns. See, this is how you get the data for unequal columns, right? This is how you can combine these two columns and get the data directly from here. What will also happen, you can combine two different columns with different data types, because MySQL will convert them also. So if I, let's say, show net worth in millions and actor and first name, it will combine them and show the result, because it will convert the int value into varchar, and which will show as a string for the result, and you will get all the result from there. A very interesting part is that it only shows the distinct value. So let me give you an example of that. Select marital status from actors union select gender from actors. Right. If you see single married male female, these are not the only values. This has been multiple times used over here. So if you see from our initial table, they have been used a lot of times, but it only shows you the unique values over here. That is the quirky part of union, that it gives you distinct. It can be used as a part of distinct. It will only give you distinct numbers and distinct results. But what if I use union all, which is another example of that, to get the resulted answer? You will get all the values which are over here. All the number of rows will be matching over here. So let me quickly give used as distinct clause, while if you use union all, which will give all the entries. All the entries, correct. So directly using union will give you the distinct part of it, but while the other part will give you the all the entries which are present, and it won't do that kind of filtration over here. Yeah, so I hope you understood the union clause in general. What are the ways that you can use it? Why it can be a real life example of it, how it makes sense to use these columns and get the right data. I hope you enjoyed this video and got something to understand better. I will see you in the next video and we'll learn more about MySQL in that. So till then, take care. Bye bye.